In this video, we are exposing an active eBay scammer who is currently stealing from the comic book community and the card community. You may remember a previous video that I did where I intentionally bought a scam book on eBay because I wanted to figure out what the scam was. I knew that my money was protected by eBay money back guarantee, and I just wanted to take one for the team and go through the motion so I could see what the scam was. And you may remember that it was unfruitful. They just never shipped the book and I got my money back. I'll put a link to that video down below if you didn't see it. But in this video, I had a customer reach out to me that just got scammed by this active person on eBay, and we have more information that reveals what the scam is and how they're able to actually steal money from people. And he reached out to me and said, please make a video about this. I just want to let others know so that they don't have to go through the big headache that is dealing with eBay money back guarantee for scammers. But before we hop into it, I want to check out brycecomics.com. Stay tuned for a website overhaul. It's going to look a little bit different. I was notified that my theme was like way out of date and I'm getting a new one. So this is just the prototype here. But I'm surprised that some of these grails are sticking around. A lot of these that are available for trade. We've got like the first appearance of Ant-Man, Groot, Thor, 2 copies of the first appearance of Thor, including a 6.0, which would be a great opportunity for someone to consolidate some books in their collection for a mega grail. I'm super surprised that this one is still around. Detective Comics number 168, the origin and first appearance of the Red Hood identity, some Golden Age caps. There's that Journey into Mystery 83. I've got to change this part where it switches to the back cover. Anyway, some really awesome stuff. I'm going to lower the prices on some of these grails as well to try to get some deals sealed. And there's also 200 new books that I just need to price. So by the time you're watching this, there's going to be a whole new set of books on the website and the next day and the day after that. So make sure you're signed up to the newsletter at brycecomics.com. That's where you get notified of every time there is a new drop. And the only thing I send is notifications of new drops and special discount codes. And we also have a giveaway here on the YouTube channel. If you subscribe, comment, and like, you're entered to win this month's giveaway here for this valuable slab. So here's the email from my customer. He says, I purchased an FF49 and a 7.0 and an FF48 and a 3.5 in an auction on eBay. It was a dollar start auction. For whatever reason, I didn't check the guy's number of sold previously. So this is the first appearance of Silver Surfer and Galactus. And this is what happens a lot with these scams is people will see these highly desirable books that are currently super hot. And this is what the scammers go for, is they just look at what's selling recently and steal those photos and use them for the scams. And of course, Silver Surfer and Galactus are super hot right now because of the Fantastic Four movie. And so they see these grails just sitting there at like a really low price and just place a really, really low bid before even looking into the item description or anything. And so we'll talk more about that here, but at a certain point, once you start to see all the red flags, sometimes I think if you win an auction, it just charges your card right away. But if you do end up winning something that you didn't look into and you have the option to not pay for it because you think it's a scam, and again, we'll get into more of that here. You should always pay for legitimate stuff, but at a certain point, if you can back out before you get any deeper into it, I think you should. And so he says that the package says that it was delivered, but he didn't get it even though he was home and other stuff got delivered. And so he reached out to the seller, and the seller asked him to wait, stating that sometimes Canada Post and USPS say delivered even when it's still in transit. So this seller happens to be in Canada. So he raised a ticket, and then he had the second package from the same seller that was going to be delivered, but this time he actually went to the Postal Service itself in the morning and found out that the guy is literally sending a sticker or something in a package to addresses which are within his subdivision. So for eBay, they see delivered in the same zip code as mine. So what they're doing then, and you'll look down here with this tracking thing he got from the post office, is the actual weight of the package was 0.35 ounces. So it's like a letter or something, just an envelope with a tracking number. And so that's how they're getting away with this. That's the scam, is that sometimes what I believe is happening here is you can upload tracking to eBay. Like if you shipped it somewhere else, you don't have to use eBay's way to actually ship something. And you can just upload a tracking number and say you tracked it and have it shipped to something in the same zip code. And so it shows as as tracking was uploaded and stuff. So I don't think he's going to get away with this. I think that there's enough to go on here, especially since the guy is scamming so many people that I hope that my customer is going to get his money back. But one of the things that really sucks about this is these are really low sales for these items, FF49 and a 7.0 and FF48. In a 3.5. So the FF48 sold for $463. So here's Fantastic Four number 48 from GP Analysis. And if you go and look at the 3.5, the averages are all messed up now because of this super, super low sale. So you can see the low of this year is 453. That's this sale. That is not a legitimate sale. That is the scam sale from eBay. $453, which is like half of what it's really going for. The last legitimate sale was $900. And so all these averages are messed up now. Like, that is so irritating that these numbers are making it into the system and are really affecting our hobby. And I blame eBay. I think eBay is at fault here, that eBay needs to step up their game in blocking these so easy to identify scammers. Here it is right here. FRDD, I like to say fraud 38. Here on eBay, active profile, 30 sold items, 0% positive feedback, and he's currently got 1, 2, 3, 4 items that are currently selling. And the first thing that you notice that this is a scam website is, well, a scam profile, is that he's got 0% positive feedback. There's that. The other thing is that all of the listings have different backgrounds, and that is a major red flag. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's a scammer, but when you have, like at one point he had dozens of listings and you'd see all different backgrounds, it's because they're just stealing photos from other sold listings. That's why they don't match up and they all look so different. So the big things to look out for that are red flags, not necessarily a scammer, but red flags is big ticket items with no reserve auctions on a eBay seller with 0 feedback. That's a red flag. Okay, most people don't start eBay with big ticket items and sell them for half off. The second thing is if all of their items have different backgrounds in the product listings, that's a red flag. And you can easily go, well, maybe not easily, but you can go and look and try to find that photo from a different sold listing. And that's how you could just do, if you wanted to buy this Larry Bird RC Julius, if you just went back and looked at other eBay sold listings, I bet you could find this exact one because they're taking them from sold listings. They're not that smart, okay? So that's how you can just double check if you're a little bit weary about it. So I'm hoping that my customer is able to get his money back. I think that he will, being as I'm sure all of the other things that this seller has sold is, also reported as a scam, and he'll probably get his money back. But at least we have more information now about how they're like getting this scam to the end stages. Is they're just uploading tracking information that shows that something was delivered, even though it wasn't actually delivered to their house. But it just really boils my blood that eBay doesn't invest more in stopping this. I mean, it's like they have no skin in the game. You know, I have a lot of skin in the game for the value of comic books, and so do you if you own comic books. You don't want these sales to come into our tracking systems that show 50% of the value and brings down the average, and then it actually brings down the next sale. You know, like it has serious implications, and it seems like they just could not care less. I mean, when you talk to any representative at eBay about this, because I went through the whole thing, they're just completely detached. You know, there's just no face to the company. It's just these underpaid workers that just could care less. And the thing is, like, it can so easily be solved with AI. Artificial intelligence would so easily be able to flag these accounts and take them down before they even take anyone's money. Like, then that's what's so irritating to me about it, is that the fix is so easy with today's technology. Until then, we've got each other. Make each other aware, report these people when you see it. If you see a scam auction on eBay, you know, take a moment out of your day to report it if you can, because that will help make it harder for these scammers, and the harder it is, the less motivated they will be to do it. So thank you to my customer for sharing these details that brings more awareness to the community. Thank you to you for sticking with me to the end of the video. Don't forget to check out brivescomics.com for hundreds of new slabs coming this week, and that monthly giveaway where you can be entered to win this valuable slab just for signing up for the newsletter. Thanks as always. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.